I love summer. There is something so rewarding about seeing the seeds that you've planted turning into actual food that can be eaten. Everything you've planned for and waited for is finally at the tips of your fingers. One of the most beautiful parts of the summer is the rewarding work that comes with its harvest. I've been thinking a lot about what a gift that work and that challenge has been for me this summer. Last year, I decided I needed a change. I was tired of feeling claustrophobic in my own skin, and I felt like I always wanted to run away to the woods and never return. I was craving a blank canvas with nothing on it. I wanted to run away from all my responsibilities and the load of the expectation that the world had placed on my shoulders. I felt like I was suffocating, yet the peculiar thing was that at the same time, I felt like I was getting absolutely nothing done, and my life meant nothing. I didn't understand. By the looks of my Instagram feed, I was thriving, traveling the world, wearing the latest fashion, Pinterest-worthy outings with my friends, a reliable job. It was a strange feeling of being stuffed, yet still starving to death. It was like I was living off of a diet of McDonald's. My life and schedule was a high-carb, yet nothing nourishing kind of diet. My soul was in starvation. So I decided to go on a mission. I wanted to let go of all the meaningless burdens that I had been carrying around. I needed open space. I started to learn how to rest. I learned how to be still, to be quiet. I started to learn the beauty of letting the world forget about me. And finally, it was like I could start to think again. The interesting thing about this transition is that it had the opposite effect than I expected. I guess I thought that if I let myself rest, and if I let go of the hustle and grind mindset, then I wouldn't get anything done. But as I started to let go of performance, overachieving, and scrambling to keep up, I noticed that one of the best ways to clear my mind was to work with my hands. I needed to sweat. I needed to feel the sun on my skin, and my muscles were craving to be worked. It felt like the more I let go of the kind of work that was exhausting me, the more energy I had to the kind of work that gave me energy. I didn't even know that work could give you energy. The kind of work that felt like climbing up a mountain to the summit. The kind of work that makes you feel tough and strong. I started craving this feeling of grit. It was a different kind of discomfort that felt like an awakening. Instead of the dull ache of boredom, I was embracing the satisfying pain that came with growth and change. It felt invigorating. It made me want to build and create in ways that I hadn't before. I was creating out of this space of rest that God was giving me. It started small. It started with me scooping a lot of animal poop and cleaning my room. Yes, that small. But I followed the feeling anyways, even if the task seemed small. These tasks acted like little reps to strengthen my grit muscle. And just like any muscle, the more it's used, the stronger it gets. Eventually, it made it easier to do harder things, like quitting alcohol, moving out of my house into a travel trailer, setting boundaries with toxic people. Doing hard things started to feel satisfying instead of draining. It started teaching me a deeper kind of confidence that sunk in more than the self-love pep talks that I have heard in the past. I've started to notice that grit in other people, too. I've enjoyed getting to watch the diligence of local farmers like my grandpa as I've gotten a chance to work alongside of them. I'm not saying that it's a perfectly glamorous life. It's not all gathering eggs and picking berries. But there has been parts of that life that I have grown to admire. There is so much about that life that is hard work. Hot and sweaty, under the sun kind of work. Back aching kind of work. Coming up with your own cuss words kind of work. But there is something sacred about the kind of commitment in it. I think I've gotten used to the comfort of a life without commitment. I don't think that I'm the only one who can say that they're a little afraid of things like marriage, a new job commitment, a pet, a big move. Yet, watching someone commit their life to good work is becoming more and more beguiling to me. Even something as small as having a garden and a couple animals has taught me how much of a blessing that commitment can be instead of a burden. Did you lay an egg? Did you lay an egg for me? It's just a little baby egg. Oh, thank you. Sometimes that good work still feels long and hard. But I think just like how we're made for rest, we're also made for that good work too. And to work alongside other people in that work. The exciting part is that we all have our own version of that. Someone's creativity and good work might be ignited by thinking of new ideas of how a man can reach Mars, or how to permanently help and heal people plagued by drug addiction. Or maybe it's how to ensure that your community has safe roads and bridges to travel across. The possibilities are every color and every shade of gray. We get to use our imaginations again, and we get to create a life that is full of the kind of work that energizes us uniquely. Now remember, there is no time limit on this, and you are not behind. You have as long as you need to discover the kind of work that flows out of rest for you. You have the rest of your life. I truly believe that the work that flows out of that place of peace and joy and contentment and rest is work that's going to change the world. That work might not end up on TV or on the newspaper or in a history book, but I can guarantee that it can change someone's world. I would love to hear down in the comments below what kind of work makes you feel most alive and most yourself, whether it's small or big. I would love to hear it. Until next time, my friend, goodbye.